20-30 minutes into my burn, and I'm going to give you guys some initial temperature readings. Top part of the stove is 134. Bottom firebox area is 80. Back of the cooktop is about 220. Front is 250. About 220 to 260 temperature range on the top. This is just from our initial kindling fire. So front door measurement on the glass is reading 480 degrees, and I'm going to actually head into our medium burn right now. All right, so I have been burning the stove for about like 2 hours now. I added in my one log, and my coals at the bottom kind of burnt down, so I put a few pieces of kindling in there just to lift it up. You can tell though, even with it just being a single log, like the glass is still burning nice and clean. So even kind of at a lower smolder stage where it wasn't getting good airflow, it still has a really nice air wash, which means the glass burns super clean. So I appreciate that. I'm going to give you guys some temperature readings right now so you know where we're at. About 175 at the top of the stove. Bottom of the side panels pulling about 82. The firebox door here, we're pulling a temperature of about 295 degrees. Top of the stove here is still ranging. We're still in about that same range of about 210 on the low end, all the way up to about 250 degrees. 252 degrees is the maximum. All right, so I am about 5 hours into my burn already, and I would say I've had my 2 logs burning in here now for about an hour and a half. It's wide open. I still have quite a few logs left, but I want to give you this nice temperature reading right now. Ooh, top of the stove is about 389 degrees. 420 degrees, 435, wow, 440. Over in this back corner is going to be your hottest area on this side. The heat or the smoke from the oven is actually going to go this way, up this side, across the top, and out the flue stack. So when you are facing the stove, your right hand side of the stove is going to be your hottest area. So on the medium burn, we're pulling a temperature of about 450 degrees. So plenty of hot area, also cooler area. People often wonder about that with the stacked models, on if the cooktop is actually going to get hot enough to be able to cook on. So 450 degrees is a pretty solid temperature to be able to even bring water up to a boil. On this side of the oven, we're reading about 415 degrees. The rear of the oven is 330 degrees. And the left-hand side is 415 degrees. Bottom of the oven is reading 425. So yeah, nice hot oven temperatures, even with just a kindling fire into a medium burn. So you can easily get this oven up to baking temperature without having to get the stove roaring hot. I am about ready to put my pie in the oven. I state this other times, but generally the baking oven thermometer is off. So right now it is reading about 325 degrees on the external thermometer, and I'm going to give you some internal measurements. So we got about 380 on the side, 340 on the rear, 380 on the other side, and 400 on the bottom of the oven. I actually need my pie to be at 400 degrees My fire is burning down a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more wood here. As you can see, as soon as I load this firebox, the log ignites. It's beautiful. I am super impressed with the way that this stove burns. The glass is so clean, even when the fire went out. So I did my maximum burn, and which was about 8 hours, and it was perfectly clean the next day in the morning. So some products, you know, when the fire dies out, the glass can get that dirty color, and you either have to burn it off or actually physically clean it off. And as you can see, it is still burning perfectly clean. I have not had to touch this glass at all. So very impressed. If you guys like these videos, these cooking videos, if you find it helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out so much, you guys. The more likes, the more thumbs up, the more subscribers I get, the more videos I'll continue to produce. Thanks so much for watching. God bless. Have a wonderful day.